Hello, Ray Phoenix here. Welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles Part 3. This time around, we're going to the streets of Feed, the capital city of Naboo, which is under attack by battle droids of rocket launchers or bazookas, and they have their guns out and they're running around the streets causing trouble and mayhem and panic. We need the monks with colored tubes to save us. That's not how it actually happened in the movie, though. The movie was more civil, like, let's go and process them. See, that's the problem with the movie. You didn't really get the full context of what was going on. They constantly say people are dying, but they never once actually showed what this kind of stuff the Trade Federation is doing to the people of Naboo. So we don't really buy that what they're doing is wrong or bad. So, we don't really get that at all. But in this game, we get a better feel of it in this game because there's droids everywhere. We see people in danger. They have those handmaidens, those palace guard things in trouble. We see people in danger and we have to rescue them. Kind of like we have to do in Lego Batman, the video game, or even Mega Man X5, I think, or Mega Man X6 had something like that where you could rescue people in danger and you get rewarded for it somehow. And you see there's droids that come up that set up like traps for you, booby traps. They put something cool looking in there, and then booby traps makes me think of something hilarious. One time my dad had to go to court for something, and he couldn't trust us leaving his apartment alone, so he got me to go and guard his apartment for him. And oh boy, that was funny. He's a fear of these specific people who come looking for important possessions of his. So then I said, so if these guys come, do you want me to set up traps for them like in Home Alone? I wish I could do that. Unfortunately, if I really did do that in real life, I'd get sent to juvie if I did that. So, no, I'm not going to do that. There, rescued one of the handmaidens, but I really wish I could do that to someone, though. As I said in some of my other videos, there's these people that are breaking into my building. I'm breaking my building. When they go into my building, they steal packages that people order from Amazon. And they're probably toys and things that they bought for their kids for Christmas, and they're being stolen because of these thieves. It's like the Grinch keeps paying a visit to my apartment. I should just walk around the hallways and I should find them, and I already said in one of my Mega Man X4 videos what I was going to do to them, but I think we should, up the ante a bit. I think I should go and set traps for them like in Home Alone. I would love to be like, Kevin McAllister, set up traps for them. They step in tar, their shoes come off, their socks come off, and they step on glass, and they end up like Bruce Willis in Die Hard. They have to walk around with bare feet that have cuts in them. They're all cut up bare feet. And then they end up getting their DNA everywhere, so I can track where they are, and their DNA. That's what DNA could do. DNA, everything keeps track of your DNA, and it's a lot of people know where you are, so people know where you're from. I bet there's a lot of records of my DNA somewhere in science labs, or it's being probably sold to Chinese scientists or something like that, so they can clone me. I don't know, why would anyone want to make an army of Ray Phoenixes? That's beyond me. I mean, in theory, you could clone, Ray Phoenix, make a whole army of Ray Phoenixes, but they're just all going to do the same thing. They're just all going to get YouTube accounts called Ray Phoenix this, Ray Phoenix that, and they're all going to upload the exact same kinds of videos. It's just several channels of the same thing. Who'd want that? I mean, it's already bad enough we have one channel like that, which is mine, but So you see, the streets are in complete, utter chaos, total chaos. This is more chaos than there was in the movie. And right now, we're just one Jedi alone, Mace Windu. This game could be played in two-player cooperative play, but I don't have anyone to play with me, so, that's how it always is. I hear the simulator may support net play. I wish I could play online with someone, have someone join in, and I kind of said that in my Lego Star Wars 2 LP months ago, almost a year ago. I should have someone, join me, fight alongside with me. That'd be pretty awesome, especially if it's Qui-Gon Jinn. Mace Windu and Qui-Gon Jinn are an epic combination. That should never be ignored. Even Mace Windu and Obi-Wan, that's also a pretty epic combination. These Jedi work well together, like Batman, Robin. They just walk through and go, na-na-na-na-na-na-na, Batman, only they're Jedi. And it's all slapstick and slapstick comedy and things like that. If this was a comedy, that is, if some people may consider Star Wars Episode 1 to be a comedy, and other people say things like, if I really wanted to laugh at a Star Wars movie, I would have watched Spaceballs. That's what Spaceballs is for. I actually kind of like Hardware Wars a lot, too. So they had Augie, Ben, Doggy, Artie, Dirty, Doggy, Augie, Ben, Doggy, and there's that, what's his name, Darth Nader. He wears that welding mask on, he looks like, and he can't speak, and everything says like, Gruggy, 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 he talks like that, he sounds all muffled because he wears a welding mask. I mean, that's why I don't walk around in a welding mask all the time. A welding mask actually could be useful in today's world. You know, viruses and diseases going around. They're probably going to end our world one day, and we're going to end up like the dinosaur. Ooh, I love this part. You get to drive a tank. Remember, you may be a small little petty soldier on the ground with a gun. Just remember something. I'm in a tank. You never argue if a guy's in a tank. You know, I just walk around saying, war, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. You say it right now, war. Ooh, yeah, I love singing. That's my favorite song to sing when I drive around a tank. War, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Most people associate that song with the movie Small Soldiers. I love that movie Small Soldiers, one of Joe Dante's greatest works, along with the first two Gremlins movies. But I don't really know Joe Dante. It's just Gremlins, Gremlins 2, and Small Soldiers. I really like those movies. Those are some of my favorite movies ever. I love those. I love Gremlins. I love Gremlins 2. Gremlins 2 is like my favorite movie ever, and so is Small Soldiers, you know. It's like, look, the Gremlins are putting metal utensils into the microwave. You can't do that. Wonder what happened if you put a lightsaber in a microwave. What would happen? Answer, probably nothing. Because lightsabers and microwaves do not exist in the same realities. There are no microwaves in Star Wars, and there are no lightsabers in real life. So, you know, it wouldn't really compute very well. There's no real, correlation to those things. So the heroes have pretty much played Twisted Metal now with those tanks. So there actually is a Star Wars game that's similar to Twisted Metal. It's called Star Wars Demolition. I think my dad rented that game from Blockbuster once. I think I did play it briefly. I don't remember it being great. It's considered by many to be one of the worst Star Wars games ever, Star Wars Demolition, which also came out in 2000. It also came out on the Dreamcast, but I heard the Dreamcast version sucks too. And to say the Dreamcast version of this game, Jedi Power Battles, isn't that great either, but then again, it is better than this PlayStation version, but I don't know. Is that everything? I don't know what you know. Some people like that game. Well, I mean, I kind of like Bubsy 3D, as I stated in an earlier video. What would a platform game be without platforms? Yeah, I kind of like Bubsy 3D. It's because I'm good at it, and I like to annoy people with it. I kid. I'm kidding about the latter of those, but still, I just like Bubsy 3D. I mean, I think it's kind of fun sometimes, if you don't mind ripping out your hair every now and then. But Star Wars Episode 2 for the Game Boy Advance is one of the worst games I've ever played. I actually really wanted to own that game when I was a kid, because it was 2002. Star Wars Episode 2 is a new movie in theaters. I just got a Game Boy Advance around that time, and then I'm like, I want this game. I saw it on TV. I really want this game. And then I never get it. And then years later, in 2010, I finally get to play it. And it's a complete piece of crap. I'm glad I didn't get it as a kid. I remember seeing that commercial. That guy's getting a colonoscopy and he's playing his Game Boy Advance. I wish I could play a Game Boy Advance while I got a colonoscopy. But no, they wouldn't let me do that. They have to sedate me whenever I get a colonoscopy. I'm never getting a colonoscopy again for as long as I live. I still have nightmares about that to this day. And you know what I did when I was still under the influence of what they gave me to sedate me? I made that Windows NT 4.0 video. Remember more than a year ago I made that video about Windows NT 4.0? Apparently a friend of mine on YouTube says it was the first version of Windows he ever used. Which, yeah, I guess it could be nostalgic in that way. Windows 3.1 was the first version of Windows I ever used. But yeah, that's what I did I made that video under the influence of what they gave me to sedate me for my colonoscopy. That's what it does to you. It makes you make stupid, pointless videos about pointless versions of Windows that got discontinued well over a decade ago. So, yeah, I guess that's what it does. It's probably not the worst thing, Like, I've heard of this one guy who took something so he could, get a colonoscopy or something like that. And he actually was convinced he was Batman, so he tied up the curtain around his neck and he made a Batman mask and he jumped out his window thinking he could glide like Batman. But instead he fell to the floor, to the ground, and broke both of his legs. Now his parents have to put bars on his window so he can't jump out of the window in his sleep again. Or like that other kid I heard about that's like Donnie Darko, where he gets all these insane fantasies, and he calls 911 to talk about his dreams, so the parents hid the phone away from him. He's permanently banned from using the phone. I wonder if Tammy Newborn's banned from using the phone. I wonder if I ever got any phone calls from Tammy Newborn. I don't know what I would do if I ever got a phone call from Tammy Newborn. It's bad enough when I get phone calls from scammers. People like that hydro scam I was talking about the other day, where they call you on the phone and tell you have to pay $6,000. To be honest, I get calls like that all the time. I always ignore them. I just tell them to go, do something more productive with your life, like watch my videos. Surely if you're watching my videos and not scamming people, it means you're probably an awesome person. You deserve good rewards. It makes you earn points for the afterlife. It's good to earn points for the afterlife. The afterlife is awesome. I don't know what it is, but I know it's going to be awesome. And to earn points for that, you have to be nice to people and watch my videos. I kid. And that thing, even though it doesn't indicate it's really doing any damage, if you just hit it like what I'm doing now with my lightsaber, it's still giving me score, still giving me points. And it's good to have a good score, because it helps, get you some new force powers. You already have a lot of force powers, but it's still, you can never run out of too many, force powers. And each Jedi could get upgraded in this game too. So it's gonna keep hitting it with my sword, smashing it, bashing the thing to pieces. Imagine if lightsabers like in the movies were like stun. They're more like a stun club from Ape Escape. In Ape Escape they have the stun club. It's something used to stun monkeys so they can't run away or be used to destroy enemies. But lightsabers are to slash through things. You get one. First thing you're gonna want to do is put it up to your eye, put it up to your face, and look down it. That's what people do when they get lightsabers, right? I wish I had. I remember they actually made a lightsaber in real life a while ago. It was in the Guinness Book of World Records. I was in the Guinness Book of World Records once. I think I already told this story. In 2007, I was in the Guinness Book of World Records I built the base of a Lego tower at the CNE in 2007. I was even on TV for a little bit then, I think, too. Yeah, I never found any footage of it, though. I've been looking for archival footage to see if there was anything of me anywhere. To see if other things on here. I check the internet all the time to see if I'm anywhere. To see if I'm anywhere on the internet, if someone uploaded anything without my consent. But so far, I haven't found anything. As far as the internet's concerned, I don't exist. Except for what Ray Phoenix, myself, Ray Phoenix, uploads to YouTube and DeviantArt and Dailymotion. And even just recently, I've been active on Discord a lot lately. I really like Discord. It's a really good form of social media. I like it more than Facebook. Because Discord's never committed any crimes to me. Facebook has. I actually got accused of a crime once because of Facebook. I think it may have been, I don't know who it was that did it, but someone actually sent illegal content to my teachers once, and I got in trouble with the law for that. I never fought the law, but the law still won anyways. Even if you don't fight the law will still win. If you fight it or not, it still wins. So, what's the point of fighting it then? And I think I just fought that thing and won. So, yeah, that's pretty much the end of this level. This is Ray Phoenix signing out.